Welcome to this session, which is called Coaching for ICT Integration. My name is Anne Fox, and you may know me from the Absolutely Intercultural podcast. But what do I do in real life? I'm a teacher trainer helping teachers to integrate ICT into their everyday teaching, and I also work a lot in international projects which usually have something to do with language teaching, integration of ICT, or intercultural communication. The project I'm going to talk to you about today was called Understand IT, and I'm going to tell you a little bit more about what I think we'll achieve in this short session. So in this session, what I want to do is I want to explain why coaching is an effective professional development tool. And when you find out that the statistic for implementation of professional development is about 20%, that means that after a traditional professional development event, only 20% of the teachers actually implement anything from the event, then you'll see why we're trying to look for another solution. The course that we were working on is called the Vita course, and the aim of the Vita course is to help to make you an ICT integration coach. We do that by helping you with your skills in coaching, but also improving your skills in using ICT. Now, what I would like to do is I would like in this session for you to use some of these tools. And by the end of the session, you will have decided on your first SMART goal, and you'll find out what that means in a moment. But first, I'm going to show this slide to answer the question, why are we trying to advocate ICT integration in the classroom? There are many of you perhaps who are saying, why do I need this slide? But I still get asked the question. So here are some reasons. First of all, the digital tools would enable you to invite external experts. This makes the schoolwork much more realistic and much more authentic. Of course, the internet is a vast repository of information, so that's also one reason for involving ICT. That's the classic one. But you can also use ICT more proactively to document your classes, both to help the learners who were there so that they can review what went on, and also to help those who weren't there. One of the most powerful reasons for using ICT is that you can provide an authentic audience for student work. Something as simple as a blog, something as simple as asking the parents to have a look at the blog is really very motivating. But one of the main reasons is that in the adult world you cannot avoid ICT, and so why would you want to avoid it in school? And finally, one is a heartfelt reason for me living in the countryside that ICT enables you to bring some city facilities into rural areas. So just in case anybody is in doubt about why this is a good thing, I hope that these are good enough reasons. But even if you've decided to implement ICT, there are still some barriers. So I just want to go through some of these barriers. The diagram shows you an ideal classroom with the learner at the center. And this diagram I have found to be quite threatening to some teachers because they view the classroom with the teacher in the center. So there are some barriers, both psychological, practical and technical. So for example, there are still some areas where the lack of equipment or bandwidth is a problem, and I've experienced that in the project network which I'm involved with. Also, teachers feel often that they lack expertise or they lack experience, and that's something that I hear quite commonly. And finally, fear of exposure to the so-called digital natives. This is an expression which has been discredited, but still many teachers go round with the thought that their students are cleverer than them and that this is a problem. So these are some barriers which you may find are expressed.